Hey folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and let's make a pair of earrings today using our March Art Deco Luxe bead box from Bargain Bead Box. This one is pretty simple, but I think they're going to be really cute. Let's turn down and we'll get started on them. What we're going to do is I have cut 3 different lengths of chain. Well, actually 2 are probably close to the same, and then 1 is shorter. And for each one of these pieces, or earrings, we'll have 1 of the shorter and 2 of the longer. These are the shorter ones right here, see? So we'll put a shorter to the side and a shorter over here. We have 2 ear wires, 1 for each. 2 jump rings, 1 for each. 2 little 3-inch pieces of wire, and 1 of those is for each one. And then we have 1 barrel bead and 2 of the green shell beads and 2 of these double bead caps for each earring. Now, I believe that all of these long ones are the same length, but I'm not absolutely positive, so I'm going to find out. But I'm fairly positive I cut them all the same length. Nope, it looks like one is 1 link longer than the other. So we got to make sure which is which, because we want them all to have the same wires. Okay, so there we go. Now we have them divided out by each earring. What we're going to do is we're going to take, actually I need to do this. I'm going to do this first. I want to see which of these earrings has the extra link in. I mean, looks like it's this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this jump ring to the extra link. So hold this up, find the extra link, put the jump ring in. Come on, baby, go in the extra link there. There we go. So I could put the ear wire on right now, but I'm not going to, because it might need to be have another little tiny jump ring. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our bell making pliers, or if you want your round nose pliers, and we're going to just make a simple loop on the end of one end of these. So wrap that. I use the second size because I wanted a little extra length, because I am putting chain on this. So now that I have got that done, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to slide the smaller of the 2 chains on. Then the larger. Go on, your buddy slipped on so easily. Why don't you do the same? Okay, now that we have those 2 on, we're all going to take one side of this one and put it on as well. But it's got to be last. So now we're going to close our link back up, or our loop, and we're going to feed our beads on. So what we're going to do is put the green shell, 1 of these double bead caps, the black barrel, the other double bead cap, and the green. Now what I want to do on the other side is make another loop. Okay. So we want to go directly from this loop over, and we're going to make a loop. Now this one is going to be too big. I can already tell you, because all I'm going to do is sit and wrap it until I get to where I need it to be down here. We'll do our little bend down here to make our loop. And then we're going to cut the excess off. And to do that, we need to find where the ring comes around, and then get our clippers right in there and clip that ring off. Now you can also just cut the wire off before you do this, but this way you get it exactly where you want it to be at, instead of maybe being too short or too long. So then we're gonna take our pliers and make sure our second bend here that goes downwards to make it be a lollipop shape is the proper size. Then we'll squish her down, make sure she's good and tight in there. Make sure she's sideways to the other one. You can see I got it off, so we need to twist that to be right. That's good. Now we'll tighten that back up again because it loosened. Well, I don't need to tighten it back up right yet because we need to put our chains on. So when we put them on this time, we again want to get our smallest, the one that's the inner one here, which is here, because we're putting them on opposite to the way we did originally. So we have to put this baby right here. Come on, baby, go on. Now, how the heck did that come all the way off? That other loop must have opened some. Now I'll have to put it back on. So this goes onto here. If I can get it to go. Come on, babe. Got these loops facing the opposite direction. That's not a good thing. So I'm going to turn this again, and hopefully I won't break my wire when I do it. Turn it so that at least their loops are going the same direction. So that looks pretty good now. I definitely have to close this up tighter because I just lost both of my other chains off. So we're going to open this back up and get it tightened up better once we get our wires back on, our chains back on. Come on. There we go. Now we'll tighten this back up. I think I got it tighter that time. Hopefully I did. Okay, so now we need to put our smaller one over here onto this side. Okay, one. Okay, this is the last one we want to do, our one with the jump ring on it. So we get this one, get it on. There we go. That ring is now on. Now we have to get our last one on. And now that one's on, we have to close this ring up tightly. And so we'll come over here with our pliers, go back in there until we feel it scrape against the other side. Now, this one will come up to the top. Come on, you're this last one, so you have to come up to the top. There we go. And now we just have to see if we need to put yes, we're going to have to put another jump ring on, a little one, to put our ear wire on. But here's what we're looking at. Got a couple of the teeny jump rings, and we will open one of those up. Go through this jump ring. And then through our ear wire. Oop, come on, tighten up, little one. And there is earring number one. See, very simple, but oh, isn't that elegant? So now we just going to do exactly the same with the other one. And you do have to make sure that these are going the same way and that they are good and tight against each other. Because so you don't have to worry about your chains slipping out at all. There's our finished earrings, and you got to be careful. Your chains like to twist up. But that's all right because they're easily untwisted. Just got to get them to fall in the right position. This one's up, this one's up. This one needs to come around because it's twisting around. There we go. All done. So there is earring number one. Now we'll just follow this same example to make earring number two. So of course, we can do well, we need to discover which one. I think this was the one shorter one, was the one that has the jump ring in it. See which one was a little shorter, and then put the jump ring in it. That first one was the little shorter one, so it should be the one with the extra link down in the middle. Doesn't look like it is. Maybe it's this one that was the shorter one. I mean the one with the extra link. it is. Okay, so we need to put this one in the extra link one. So open this baby up and get it in the extra link of this chain at the bottom here. Come on, baby. Okay. Make sure your link is closed because you don't want your chain, it falling back out of your chain again. Okay. All right, now we need to take this one and make our simple loops. So we used to the bigger side. Just take it and wrap it around till it touches the other side, or even goes beyond it a little bit, because when you do your bend here, it will bring it open again. Now see that one I managed to keep closed all the way because I wrapped it around a little tighter. So now we want to do what we did with the other one. Open this loop up. Put our shorter chain on first. Then our longer chain. Come on, you. And our chain with our loop in, with our jump ring in it, is last, because this is the one that's going to flip up to the top and hold our, okay, good and tight. Now it is, it feels like it is anyway. Put our beads on. And now we gotta check, try and make sure we're going the right direction as the other one is. And we want our opening to be on this side. So we're going to flip this around. Hold this steady like that. And now we're going to wrap it with our bell making pliers. And just keep wrapping till it goes all the way around and bumps the bead below. Take your pliers, bend that over, and then you want to cut that extra little bit of ring out. So find your clippers, find where that extra place comes together at, which looks to be about right here. Ease into there and cut it off. And that's big enough almost for a jump ring if you wanted to use it for one. But so now that we've got that done, we want to take this, tighten it up, make sure it's good and tight. And I got it to open the wrong way again. So that is one of my problems I always seem to have. I always wrap it so it opens in the wrong direction, to the opposite side. But fixable. So we'll take it and we'll turn it. So now they're going the same way. And this one is now open. That's because I turned it and let the wire go a little bit wonky. So let's get that closed again there. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's good and closed. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Let's look on this side. It needs to wrap just a touch more to keep that closure in place, but that's all right. We're going to open it now. And we're going to start feeding our chains on. Smallest one first. Come on, you. Then largest, or the one without the jump ring, I should say. There we go. Now the one with the jump ring. And close her up good and tight. Get your chains out of the way so they don't bump in the way of your tightness here. Now you want the one with the jump ring. Pull it up so it comes to the upper part of your chain. Come on, you. There you go. Okay, should have pulled it from the other direction, obviously, because the other chains are bunching. So let's go this way. There we go. Now we just need to hook the little jump ring onto here and put on our other ear wire, and she'll be done. So we just open up our tiny jump ring. Grab this jump ring. And then put on our ear wire. Now this ear wire doesn't matter which way it goes because this earring obviously does not have a specific front and back. I don't think that closed all the way. In fact, I know it didn't. So I'm going to carefully, oops, didn't quite carefully do that. Ease these back and forth. There we go, finally. So here we go with earring number 2. And those are all done. Aren't they pretty? Such a delicate pair of earrings, but rather large, but delicate. Okay, here are our earrings. Number 1 and number 2. Like I say, they are long. It's the chain that's probably going to come close to your shoulder, if not hit your shoulder. But they're so pretty. Now, if you wanted these shorter, because you're not a long earring person, you can make your connector chain shorter. It will pinch it up like this. Come on, baby, let me get hold of you. Like so. It will be pulled much closer together, your earring wires, but they still would be a pretty earring. You can make these wires shorter as well by just, well, making them shorter, coming up more with them. So there's a variety of things you can do to make them shorter if you don't like them this length. I personally like a long earring, so they don't bother me at all. I think they're cool. But there you go. There is your earring made with our Bargain Bead Box Art Deco Luxe. I hope you enjoyed making these with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.